Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and, without saying a single word, everyone turns to look? It's not beauty, not money, not even confidence in the usual sense. It's something else and something invisible. It's presence. And presence begins not with looks, but with words. 6 words, just 6. Words that change the way people see you, feel you, and remember you. But before you say them, you have to understand why they matter. See, most people spend their lives trying to impress. They talk too much, explain too much, chase approval, try to be interesting instead of being interested. But the Stoics, they understood something powerful. They knew that attraction, real attraction, isn't about forcing attention. It's about mastering yourself so deeply that attention becomes a natural consequence. You stop trying to pull others toward you and instead, you pull yourself inward, and people feel that gravity. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." What does that mean in the modern world? It means stop performing. Stop trying to look smart, funny, confident. Because every time you chase validation, you leak power. And when you leak power, you lose presence. People don't remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel. And they feel you through your energy, not your words. That's why these 6 words are not magic. They are mirrors. They reflect your state of mind. They reveal whether you are desperate or detached, needy or peaceful, lost or centered. Now imagine you're talking to someone you admire, or maybe someone you're drawn to. Most people in that moment overthink. What should I say? How do I sound smart? How do I make them like me? But a Stoic doesn't think that way. A Stoic doesn't need to perform. Because a Stoic knows attraction begins with stillness. So when I tell you these 6 words, I'm not giving you a trick. I'm giving you a mirror. If you truly understand them, they'll transform how you move, speak, and connect. Not because people will chase you, but because you'll finally stop chasing. Before I reveal them, I want you to ask yourself something. When was the last time you met someone who didn't try to impress you, but still impressed you? Someone whose calm energy made you curious. That's the Stoic aura. It's rare because it's real. In today's world, everyone's performing. Everyone's marketing themselves, on social media, at work, even in relationships. But here's the truth. People don't fall for perfection. They fall for peace, because peace is what everyone's starving for. And when you carry peace, you become magnetic. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Think about that. Every emotion you hold paints your presence. If your thoughts are anxious, people feel it. If they're peaceful, people feel that too. So the first step to attracting anyone isn't to speak. It's to cleanse your inner dialogue. Because your energy speaks before you do. Now let's come to the heart of it. The 6 words, they are simple, but they carry a frequency that changes the way you relate to everyone and to yourself. I do not need your approval. Say them again. Slowly. Feel what happens inside. I do not need your approval. You see, attraction is not about adding more. It's about removing what blocks your natural energy. And nothing blocks you more than need. The moment you need someone's attention, you lose your own. The moment you crave to be seen, you stop seeing clearly. When you say those 6 words with truth, not arrogance, not ego, but inner certainty, everything shifts. Your tone changes. Your posture changes. Even your silence becomes louder. Because the energy of detachment is the highest form of confidence. The Stoics weren't emotionless. They just refused to be controlled by emotion. They knew that power lies in what you can let go of. So when you stop needing approval, you stop shrinking. You stop begging the world to validate your worth. And guess what happens? The world starts to notice you because people can feel when someone is free. Try this next time you meet someone new. A friend, a stranger, someone you're attracted to. Don't think about how to impress. Don't plan what to say. Just remind yourself quietly, I do not need their approval. Then speak slowly, breathe calmly, and listen more than you talk. You'll notice something strange. People start leaning in. They'll feel your steadiness. They'll feel safe with you. And safety, my friend, is the deepest form of attraction. Most people think attraction comes from looks or charm, but it actually comes from emotional composure. Because everyone's drawn to what they lack. In a world full of noise, silence becomes magnetic. In a world full of rush, stillness becomes rare. In a world full of insecurity, grounded energy feels like power. That's why Stoicism is not just a philosophy. It's an aura. It's the ability to stay calm when everyone else is losing their balance. to speak less but mean more, to stand still while others chase, to love without clinging. Now you might say, but if I stop caring about approval, won't people think I'm cold? No, they'll think you're mysterious. Because there's a difference between detachment and indifference. Indifference is, I don't care. Detachment is, I care, but I'm not controlled. And that difference changes everything. You don't attract people by showing you need them. You attract them by showing you're whole with or without them. That's the paradox of power. The less you need, the more you attract. There's an ancient Stoic principle called apatheia. It doesn't mean apathy, it means inner freedom from disturbance. It's the ability to feel emotion, but not be owned by it. To care deeply, but not desperately. That's where true charisma is born. So here's the truth no one tells you. People are not drawn to your looks or your status. They're drawn to your self-control. When you walk into a room and your energy says, I'm not here to prove myself, I'm here to be myself, people feel that. It's subtle but undeniable. This is the kind of power that can't be faked. You can't act calm. You have to be calm. You can't pretend confidence. You have to build it through solitude, reflection, and discipline. That's why the Stoics trained their minds like warriors. They practiced discomfort, silence, and honesty, because they knew emotional control is the foundation of all attraction. Think about it. Every time you chase someone, you're saying, your validation matters more than my peace. And the moment you send that signal, your value drops. But when you say those 6 words, I do not need your approval, you silently reclaim your energy. You pull your attention back home. Try living one day with that mantra. Every time you post on social media, every time you talk to someone, every time you feel judged, repeat it inside. Watch what happens. The anxiety fades. The overthinking slows down. You start breathing differently. You walk differently. Because now, your focus is not on controlling others, but on mastering yourself. People can feel when someone has inner stillness. It's like gravity, invisible but inescapable. And that's what Stoicism trains you for, to stop trying to be liked and start being respected. To stop seeking eyes and start commanding hearts. So yes, these 6 words can attract anyone, but not because they're magic. They work because they remind you that you are the magic. They strip away the noise, the fear, the insecurity, until all that's left is presence. And presence is the rarest currency in the world.